Welcome, welcome. Here we are on June 10th, 2023, the 1 year anniversary of the opening of the Horror House Shop Chicago. As our scroll across the bottom of the screen tells us, the Horror House is located at 2929 West Belmont. For those of us who are not in the Chicago area, or for those of us who might have a challenge getting into the city, you can locate Horror House merchandise at thecrypticcloset.com. So, what brings us here today? We're celebrating, as we've just mentioned, as I've just said, the 1 year anniversary. We're going to dive into all things Horror House. It's been a good year to have the Horror House around, and I wanted to highlight my experiences with the Horror House over the last year. Let's start with my most recent acquisitions. I went in just yesterday and I picked up now I got glare. I picked up this piece of a Boris Karloff as the Mummy. Again, if we can get in and see the detail. They only had the two left. So there's the floor model and there's this one. But again, similar to the Doug Horn pieces behind me, this is a well-crafted, well worth having print of a mummy. And if I can hold this one down, so again, mummy to the mummy up on the wall, the Doug Horn tiki bar mummy. The one looks just as good as the other. It's great to have. I was happy to stop in the store yesterday and pick that one up. My other recent acquisitions include, as they have a variety of materials, some stuff for fun, some stuff more along the lines of art. I haven't opened them yet, but as far as geeky tikis go, you don't get any better by size, by color, by personality, by style. Frankenberry Geeky Tiki, this is where it's at. Another thing I picked up from the Horror House. Other stuff I picked up. Well, you know what? Let me hold off on other stuff I picked up. Let's do a little story. What is the Horror House and where do they come from? So last summer on the Fanboy Cantina channel, after the Flashback Horror Convention, we highlighted what was going on at the Horror House. So let's go even farther back in time. This is blockclubchicago.org, as you can see right there in the bottom of the picture. This 1 year ago from today was the grand opening, and Mina Bloom, the journalist, also covered their pre-opening news, so in March of 2022. And if you're at blockclubchicago.org, you can follow the earlier story as well, that as they were setting up. So let's take a look in comments. And thank you, Fanboy, for saying hello. And what are some of the most popular sellers at the Horror House? Well, I'm tempted to say this is a Jim Campbell-like stumper of a question. Yo for Han shot first. So how do we know what is popular at the Horror House? Well, again, I don't know. If there was only one left downstairs and only one more to go, I'm going to figure this mummy has to be at least a little bit popular. But how does one measure the popularity of the items? So let me come back out of the comments and let me come back into, let me get that guy off the, let me come back into here. And if we look at the Cryptic Closet, right there, you can select for best selling. So under this subcategory, they've got the Bloody Sunglasses. They've got Tales from the Cryptic Closet comic book, which I have it's right over the shoulder here, that I picked up from Flashback Weekend last summer. So there's definitely a lot of good stuff that they have to offer. Now under the t-shirts, right, there's a 3D Jason. There's so many t-shirts, there's so many styles, and then there's something for everybody, because now you're going from Jason and Freddy Krueger to Elf and some Goosebumps. So again, it's a variety of the sub-genres of horror. Some of them are the more hardcore, some of them are the slasher, some of them are the classic Universal monsters, and then there's the horror comedy and the more contemporary stuff. I'm not sure if Elf really counts for a horror character, but I think it's fine because they cast a wide umbrella of that which is included in their stuff. So a couple more pictures from Cryptic Classic. Now this, okay, they started with Fanny DeVito for a fanny pack, and then Fanny Wise, Pennywise, and now they're rounding out the third of the fanny packs. You have Fanny DeVito, the Penguin edition from the Tim Burton Batman. So again, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of creativity. It's a lot of good stuff going on over there at the Horror House. It's been a good year that they've been around. I wanted to now let's take a look at some of the other. As soon as I get this picture cleared, okay. Again, the hat. This is a real. I mean, again, this is a quality piece. This hat. It's got the Horror House logo. For people who are liking horror, it's really great. They're in-house character of the Cryptic Keeper. So we've got art, we've got plushes, we've got action figures, we've got Geeky Tiki. It's a variety of great stuff. Let's look at this. Here's Freddy. Here's Jason. So it's like a playing card. The kings of horror are well represented at the Horror House. When I walked in, I didn't know I was going to start getting the Boris Karloff coffee on the regular, but I absolutely have been getting the Boris Karloff coffee on the regular, and then just recently adding in the Bozo coffee. So there's no shortage of variety of different stuff that they have in the shop. Again, something that we picked up a good while ago, the General Mills characters, blocks, vinyl Funkos. I should grow another arm, but that's not going to happen right now. But we got your Count Chocula, we got your Frankenberry, and we got your Boo Berry. Other stuff that they've had and the variety changes from time to time. But you know, as we featured before on the Fanboy channel, you got some Count Chocula, you got some Frankenberry, you got some Fruit, you got some Yummy Mummy. So the patches are there, but they don't only stop at the General Mills patches. We got here from creepycompany.com. You want a haunted house patch? They're good. The Munsters are represented. And as we featured Monsterologist at other times, there's some stuff we picked up going a while back. Creature, Mummy, Invisible Man. And these are all, I mean, the quality on these, the quality on the baseball hat, the quality on the patches, the quality of the vinyl stuff. It's all great. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and say thanks to the Horror House crew for opening up the shop and for being around. We can see back over this way, right up there, I've got the Coffee the Coffin t-shirt going. Again, there's the comic. A recap of what we had displayed before last summer on the Fanboy Cantina channel. They set up the tent or the booth at the flashback weekend, and it was good stuff. That'll be coming up again. WGN News, in addition to Block Club Chicago, WGN News did a feature on them. Again, just peeking around in the booth a little bit more, seeing the different t-shirts, all the variety of the stuff, some shots from inside the shop. You got your Munsters references. You've got now Mandarin. I guess you're not watching right now, Mandarin, but if you're watching later, did you manage to make the trip in and check out the store, Mandarin? I just wanted to check back with you on that. As we're big fans, as I'm a big fan of the Mego stuff and the Jada stuff, they're currently in stock. They do have the Creature of the Black Lagoon. I just saw him in there just the other day. And what else? At different points in time, you got your Retro Agogo products, your Bela Lugosi, your Hellfire Club T-shirts, which are real good to have. Action figures, Swamp Thing, and the masks. There's Cryptic Keeper hanging around up by the ceiling in a real good way. Again, some more Retro Agogo products, some Bela Lugosi looking stuff, some Devil stuff. Jada. Let me reach back and grab the Jada stuff. Again, they have Jada, they have NECA. Now they don't always have everything in stock, but just I mean, you can see these are really great. These are really great renditions of each character, going from Frankenstein to Wolfman to Dracula to Bride of Frankenstein to Invisible Man to Creature of the Black Lagoon. Horror House carries the stuff in stock. Here's another one of their T-shirt designs, Space Ghost, but with a Batman the Animated Series style logo. So again, and here's another. That's they have more. So here's a Boo Berry influenced Japanese style T-shirt print. Again, they got stuff that you can put on your wall. There we are again from before on the Fanboy Cantina, taking a check on their inventory. In this picture, you can see their NECA stuff as well as their Mego stuff. So it's a lot of good stuff. Just wanted to take a few minutes to say thanks to the Horror House for opening up the doors. In addition to having a great product, I want to say they're really hospitable. It's got that good vibe, that good atmosphere to be in there. Whether it's you like to have a record store that you liked, or a comic book shop, a toy store, whatever. The play, I'm just saying the because they're so friendly, and it's all the atmosphere, the design they have set up there. Everything hits all the right marks, and I'm here for it. I'll continue to come back to Horror House. And again, for those of us that aren't close by, that aren't in the area, thecrypticcloset.com is another way to get in touch with their stuff. They're currently working the event circuit, so they have a bunch of different things coming around. Check their socials, check their Insta, check their Facebook. They'll be announcing where they're going and when they'll be there. I think that covers us for now. I will look forward to being back at Horror House again later on tonight. I'll have another Svengoolie Svenology episode to check out. Thanks everybody for checking out Mr. C Dives In. I very much appreciated. And I see we have a couple people viewing right now, so that's appreciated. And we will be back again very soon. For now, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks so very much.